Welcome back, friends. Mark Peotter here. I'm still working on the movie Intensity, and I want to let you know that I am at the halfway point of the movie, making the soundtrack from left to right, beginning to end, and I'm trying to develop the soundtrack to be interesting and developing as the story develops. I've noticed that in a lot of the movies that I enjoy, something happens at the halfway point. It seems like something turns, like before the halfway it was this, and after the halfway it's that. Anyway, so this is where I'm at right now in my movie. And I need to make some music right now, today, in front of the camera that hopefully will, be important to develop the story. All right, so what's going to happen at the halfway point is a climax, so to speak, with this character, okay, Dave Benetar. To make the music for the scene that I need to make right now, I will go backwards and look at the previous music that involves this character and the interactions. When Dave Benetar's character first arrives, this is the music that you hear. Okay, so the background music for Dave's theme, if you will, is an acoustic guitar, and then I also have a kind of a gentle strings melody going on. It's not really too tense, but it's definitely not relaxing and pleasant, and it's a foreboding to let you know that something is coming down the storyline. It's going to be even worse. The second time that we see Dave's character, the music is not quite as pleasant. It's a little bit more irritating. There's drums. Definitely more tension in the harmonies. Still acoustic guitar in the forefront. And then a synthesizer that's kind of bothering you. Alright. The third time that we see Dave's character in the movie is a fight scene. So the music gets even more amped up. There's a synthesizer wavering. There's going to be busier drums. So it's definitely a level up in tension. And now, jumping ahead to the halfway point of the movie, this is where the two main characters are going to discuss the fate of Dave, and I want the music to be even more tense. So this is what I'm working on for today's video. I already have musical ideas to work with from the previous scenes. So now what I want to do is incorporate a little bit of those ideas, but make it new and more diabolical. The music I'm about to make is tailor-made for the scene, meaning it needs to stop and start exactly with the scene, and I want to have a certain hit, if you will, so that happens at a certain moment in the scene, and that is after the line he says, "What happened to your girlfriend?" And that's the line at which I want the drums to begin playing. Anyway, so I had to map it out and figure out how many seconds do I have before that line, and then how many seconds do I have remaining after that line until the song is over. When the drums come in, they're going to be the same drum pattern from the fight scene previously, but at a faster tempo. Because things are more upset now. The music will be played on electric guitars instead of acoustic guitars, including some distortion. For a second electric guitar, we're going to do a lead guitar, I guess you call it, with plenty of distortion and effects. Down here in the bridge pickup. I'm going to borrow the melody from that first scene with Dave where the synth plays kind of like a... Okay, so I'm borrowing that melody, but it's going to be way more sinister with the other music going on. There is one more special ingredient to make this song even more yuck. And that is another guitar with just open strings doing some gradual feedback. Anyway, like this. So I'm going to turn up the volume. This is on the lead guitar setting. Okay, this is on that setting. But all we're going to do is just expose the strings and let them ring for the whole minute and 5 seconds. Like that. So I did it twice to get the right volume level, but all I do is just go open. Like that. And then I let this literally ring for the full minute 05. That's the secret ingredient. And then during the minute, I'll tap on it to make it louder, like this, like that. It gets it a little more that, right? And now for a synth line that I think is a very simple idea, but it should be effective. In this scene, we're going to just climb up a chromatic sequence with a synth sound that has a lot of tail on the end of it, so you'll hear it bleeding into the next note. You hear, see how it's not really done before the next note begins? Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and just record this in front of the camera live, as it were. You'll hear what I've already done so far.
What he did to your girlfriend?
I think that'll be a keeper.